These are some character sketches with just some notes. My aunt, my co-star and very good friend, which is true. My aunt was the first friend I met on the road, and you know, I think karma is really the most sensible and scientific answer there is, that we just met each other and just hit it off. And she's got, you know, she's all purple and she's got her golden glistening eyes and fantastic antennae and red. As I say here, ladies and generals, look at the feet on this ant. There are 6 of them. And they've got what would be the ant equivalent of red Converse high top Chuck Taylors. So Ant is a pretty cool looking ant, if you ask me. And there's Tom, the big pig. Tom, she's one smart pig. It says here, the brains, some say, of the whole thing, and she is. I'll say it just right out here very clearly. Tom is the general, the boss, the brains, and well, I mean, I'm happy to defer to her. I mean, they all agree with me that you know, like the old white guys they've had their chance at leading the world, right? So just step aside. Now, it's like I said, lead on. I am very useful to my animal friends because I carry a pair of wire cutters, and whenever we see some fencing, I just cut it down. They just say, cut it down, Doug, cut it down, cut the fence, and open the gates. If I find any gates, open them. And so I'm really good for that. And also, like, if we're looting, we're not really looting because there's nobody coming home, right? But we go through the houses in suburbs looking for dog food a lot. I mean, we just could use an awful lot of dog food. All the animals like it almost, and if I'm hungry, this stuff tastes better and better. So anyway, it's really hard if the dog food's in one of those little big, 20-pound plastic bags. It's harder and shit to get those things open. But I can cut them. I got my knife and like that. And if it's way up in a cabinet, it's really hard. Somebody might get hurt trying to get that out of there, but it's easy for me. And I can climb up in the loft, especially when we got our ruminant friends along with us, the cows and the donkeys and so forth, that there might be some really delicious hay way up in the loft, but they can't get to it. But I can climb up there and throw it down. So I'm very happy to have found a use among my friends, and I'm very grateful that they've taken me in amongst them. Okay? All right. So Barry, further words on the card, Barry pointing to Barry the vulture. Bright red feathers and golden yellow head. The head, Barry's head is devoid of feathers because of what some people think is an unfortunate dietary choice. It's not a choice. It's genetic. We are what we are. Anyway, we love him, and even though he doesn't say very much. And then there's a picture of Edith, who's a super good dog, and she's wagging her tail right on the card there. And then there's a box that says DR Arid Raid. And I made a note about the contents of that box, and I said, thinking. And it might be an attempt at that. I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, I've made a further note as a warning. I said, do not stare at this box. All right, thanks very much for participating.